We are now in Article 294 of the Revised Penal Code on robbery with violence against or intimidation of persons. The offenses under Article 294 of the Revised Penal Code are called special complex crimes. They are robbery with homicide, robbery with rape, robbery with intentional mutilation, robbery with arson, and robbery with serious physical injuries. Let us discuss the case of People v. Martinez with GR number 116918 dated June 19, 1997. Facts of the case. At the house of Ernesto and Cornelia Buenvenida, Michael noticed a man wearing short pants and holding a handgun jump over the low fence of their house. The man entered the house through its unlocked front door and introduced himself to the surprised group as a policeman. The intruder then told them that Michael's father got involved in a stabbing incident in the local basketball court. As if on cue, two men followed the first man in entering the house and promptly thereafter covered their faces with handkerchiefs. The first man who entered the house did not cover his face. With guns pointed at them, the occupants of the house were brought to the master's bedroom where they were tied and detained by the three intruders. The armed men started getting the appliances, cash money, bottles of perfume, cassette player, canned goods, and placed them inside a big bag. Thereafter, the first intruder returned to the master's bedroom and asked the terrified group for jewelry. Unable to get any jewelry, he brought Glory Vic to the children's bedroom opposite the master's bedroom. Upon entering the room, the man turned on the lights, untied Glory Vic, and ordered her to search the room for jewelries. After Glory Vic failed to find any, the man directed her to remove her clothes while he pointed his gun at Glory Vic's head. Despite the lady's pleas and cries, the man removed her shirt, long pants, and underwear while keeping the gun leveled at her. Shortly after, the man put the gun on top of the ironing board beside the bed, then pushed Glory Vic towards the bed and lay on top of her. Glory Vic's resistance proved to be futile as the man was able to violate her chastity. Before the first man could leave the room, another member of the group entered and pushed Glory Vic again to the bed. He then successfully had sexual congress with Glory Vic, after which another man entered and did the same to the lady. The felons left after intimating to the group by way of a threat that they were going to explode a hand grenade. Around 5 minutes later, after ascertaining that the culprits had left, Michael and the others untied each other. The prosecution presented the statements of Michael and Glory Vic as evidence. Bonfilo Martinez was convicted of the complex crime of robbery with rape as his cohorts remained at large. The issue now is that whether or not the appellant's guilt was proven beyond reasonable doubt. The Supreme Court ruled that yes, the appellant's guilt was proven beyond reasonable doubt. In the absence of evidence showing that the prosecution witnesses were actuated by improper motive, their identification of the accused as the assailant should be given full faith and credit. The records do not disclose any improper motive on the part of the witnesses to falsely point to appellant as one of the robber rapists. Appellant even admitted that he did not know Glory Vic and Michael prior to the commission of the crime. It is doctrinally settled that in the absence of evidence showing that the prosecution witnesses were actuated by improper motive, their identification of the accused as the assailant should be given full faith and credit, where conditions of visibility are favorable as those obtaining in the Buenvenida residence when the crimes were committed, and the witnesses do not appear to be biased, their assertions as to the identity of the malefactor should be accepted as trustworthy. Also, where the component crime of robbery and the special complex crime of robbery with rape is committed through violence against or intimidation of persons and not through force upon things, the value of the property subject of the crime is immaterial. The special complex crime of robbery with rape has therefore been committed by the felonious acts of appellant and his cohorts, with all acts of rape on that occasion being integrated in one composite crime.